the advice to stay in the awareness is operative, functional for a while until the seeming duality comes to an end. You see, because we are never speaking as the awareness itself. Sometimes we are speaking from awareness to a certain degree, but it's as though awareness plus, which in reality doesn't exist. But in the mind, it feels, yes, I can see that when something enters into conversation, it's as though automatically one finds oneself in a sort of personal mode. And that's why you say, then I feel like I've pulled out of my natural state, and it takes a while to then come back in. But you must also recognize that the one speaking is itself a movement inside the unchanging awareness. Awareness did not leave itself. You see? I was giving an example just the other day, I was saying, look, I was giving an example because somebody was asking, they were not understanding what you mean by awareness. What you mean by awareness? Oh my gosh, I cannot know how to answer this. What you mean by awareness? So I was giving an example like I would do if I was trying to explain to a young person, like a child or something, that if I move my hand like this, I'm aware of my hand moving, is my awareness moving, you see? And then that helps a little bit. So no, the awareness is actually not moving. My perceiving is not moving. I say, okay, what about if I add to the movement of my hands, my attention is going to the hands. My attention is moving and hand moving. Is the awareness moving, you see? And many people will say, I got it. No, that's not moving. The awareness is not moving. So in the same way, I can say that even the sense I come out when I go into interaction with others, I come out, meaning I come up as a person. Awareness does not lose anything of itself. And as soon as this becomes clear for you, that even the mode of personhood, you see, which is like a reflex in this realm of consciousness, the human common realm, that's not actually ultimately true. Something goes into the state of personhood. You may say the seeker aspect of consciousness, you see, becomes disappointed. I get pulled again into a shape of person, and something doesn't like it, and then it takes me some time to stabilize. But this actually is not actually what happened. At an experiential level, it feels like that. A state of distractedness has happened, and that distractedness means something, that I'm pulled out of shape, or I'm pulled into shape from no shape. You see? But as you become more grounded, actually you're looking from the place of awareness that becoming a person is not something that happens to awareness really, but in the in the Maic field of movements and so on, it appears as that. You are actually at the very a very auspicious stage in your say journey of transcendence. One time we're going to throw this away also, but for the moment it's useful, because you are able to detect. The horse is not galloping out into the country. It starts to gallop, and you realize, no, I don't want to be here. I want to be in the stillness, and that is also auspicious to a way. It is not the final reality, but it is the fruit of what I may call of your earnestness. And that stage is also important, because some things we cannot just solve intellectually. You are having the experience and then also realizing, no, I don't want to be in that shape. You see? Well, what does it mean then? Are you not able to speak to people? If by speaking in the dynamic realm means that then your wider space is covered up, but it's only a seeming. It's only a seeming. And as you continue to keep checking that even here, I'm feeling some anxiety in the body and some movements in the body, but they are just clouds passing. And I want to just refresh an example I used recently, because someone came and said, Guruji, I'm listening to you and I really follow you. But I'm finding that sometimes when my mind comes, It's so strong, and I just, I'm shut off again. I'm gone with it. And how can I stop my mind? And I said, listen to this. And I'm saying it again freshly now. It must become clear that when you say, my mind is so strong and it has the power just to pull me about like that, I want you to understand that both the mind activity and all of its, sort of erratic behavior, and the one who suffers from it are like two sides of one coin. Please listen. They are like two sides of one coin. Awareness is not a coin. When you are aware of the mind stuff, okay, oftentimes we are feeling, I'm seeing the mind stuff, but I'm watching it from the position of a person. And the mind is troubling my person. But the person is the factory for the mind trouble. At your stage of seeing, the person is trying to stop the trouble, but the trouble only comes for the person. And the person, both the person and its troubles are both on the screen of perception. And this is a radical change in experiencing for most people. Some cannot, for a while, maybe they can't hear this, because there's a mechanism in the dualistic functioning mind that seems to be resistant to harmonious seeing. You see, it's like, this one, no, it's too much, it's too confused, I can't. Many people say, you could repeat, I can't stay with it. It's like, I can't stay with it. And I'm saying, actually, even the sense I cannot stay with it and the one who is suffering it are both phenomenal. When they come, because the energy goes to them, the recognition that the awareness in which they come is stable and unchanging is not recognized. You are the awareness itself where this dance is coming. But you may say, but no, but this particular trouble is tailor-made for me. You see? And so there is a me that it comes for. And I say, yes, it is. There is a certain, out of habit, a certain identity has become almost crystallized. It appears as though it is solid. And it attracts a similar kind of vibration. And so because it seems to repeat and seem to be consistent, it feels as though that's a fact. But the greater fact is that you are the awareness in which this play happens. When the personal troubles and the person are seen as phenomenal, clouds passing, you are again in your natural place. If anybody understand what I said there, really, and really stay with it, and keep looking, and use whatever comes in the mind as an exercise to keep in your looking, gradually this will become so clear, and the clarity of one point recognized clearly opens the whole space. This is the power of seeing. You don't have to be reading about lots of different kind of problems. They all have the same root, personhood. So if whatever door you go through, the red door, the blue door, the cream door, the black door, the gray door, on the other side is one space, the infinite space, so to speak. People think, oh no, but I must go through the blue door. And say, no, I must go through the white door. I must go through the natural door. But on the other side, there's no doors. There's no compartment in the infinite space of yourself. We just have different, we have to, in the manifest play, appear to go through different doors, different practices. But the goal is one thing. It's just, however many techniques we practice, in your self-discovery, there are no descriptions in it. It's just a space of being. You're empty of personhood, of the dream of personhood, and again in your original nature, you see. But as long as the vital breath is flowing, and consciousness is there, and the body is there, these activities will come. So don't say, oh, but it's still happening. No, say, oh, it's good they're happening because I have to use them to strengthen my discernment. You're a living being, you see. We want to say, yes, been there, done that. Boom, sealed. Thank you very much. I'll collect my divine Oscar. You see? But actually, you're a living being. You're always checking in. And it becomes a joy also. You see? Like developing your spiritual muscles in a way of discernment. At a certain time, some things which are truths at a certain stage, later you'll discard them to more subtle understanding, and then more subtle understanding like that. And it's fine, it's good.